Today's video is focused on shoulder mobility. So we will check in and assess your range of motion in your shoulders to keep them moving in all the ways that they can and are meant to. We will need a block today, really towards the end of class. So just have your block within reach. If you don't have a block, a book will do. Any kind of prop that you can hold in your hand. And we're just going to begin standing today. So you can stand with feet about hip width distance apart. And locate the corners of your feet. Just try to anchor them as evenly as you can. And you just soften the knees a bit. Yield into the ground. Keep the curves of the spine. You're balanced here in a neutral position. Your eyes open or closed. Whatever helps you settle into this moment. You breathe in and out of the nose, softly and rhythmically. And cultivating more focus, presence, and calm. Just a few more rounds right here. Maintain this nostril breathing. Keep it 360 degrees, three-dimensional. If your eyes are closed, blink them open. And we'll move a little bit through the neck. So just take the chin down to your chest. Okay? Without moving the shoulders or anything from the shoulders down, turn your chin towards your right shoulder. Then you're going to tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. So your head kind of leans to the side. Then gaze up, head back gently. Okay, turn your chin towards your left shoulder. Tilt left ear to left shoulder. And bring the chin to the chest. Making it an articulated circle. Turn your chin to the right. Tilt to the right. Bring your head back. Turn your head to the left, tilt left, and down to the chest. We'll go the other way, turning your head left, tilt left, bring the chin up, head leans back with control. Rotate the neck to the right, tilt right, chin to chest. Once more this direction, turning just the head to the left. Lean, tilt left, head back, chin up, rotate right at the top, tilt to the right, chin to chest, and gaze forward. Okay, so moving on to the shoulder blades. Okay, they're like pizza slices on your back. The shoulder blades can move up and elevate, they can move down and depress. They can also separate apart, protraction, and move in towards each other, and that's retraction. Okay, we'll try all of those positions. So just have the arms forward, making a V. So arms can be wider than shoulders, palms can face in. Okay, try to just shimmy the shoulder blades into a more neutral position. Okay. Now let's elevate the scapula, the shoulder blades, up towards the ears. Now retract the shoulder blades in towards each other. Depress them down, then protract them apart. Really try to just isolate the shoulder blades, okay, lifting them, retract them in towards center, depress them down, protract apart. Okay, now we'll just reverse, retracting inward, okay, elevating up, okay, protract apart, depress down. Once more, retract towards center or the spine, elevate up, protract apart, and depress down. Okay, rest your shoulders. Okay, still focusing on the shoulder joint, okay, the arm bone in the shoulder. Let's step the right foot slightly in front of the left. Okay, and this stance should help you keep your pelvis squared forward. Okay, so imagine there's headlights on the front of your hips. Okay, keep them shining forward. Okay, the torso is also going to want to turn for this next movement, so try to keep the torso facing front. So arms are by your sides, palms facing down. Okay, reach your right arm forward. The palm is still facing in. Take the arm up, reach as high as you can, and at the top, turn your palm out away from you, beginning this internal rotation through the arm. Start to bring that right arm back, reach as far back as you can without turning the torso. Then the arm goes down by your side with the palm still facing away from you. We'll reverse, right arm back, palm still faces out until you start to reach the arm up, then your palm turns in. Take the arm forward and then down. So you're making this articulated circle with control. Again, right arm forward and up. Use resistance at the top. Turn your palm away from you. Feel this rotation inward through the upper arm already. Then that arm goes back, carving out a circle. The arm lands down by your side with the palm still facing out. Reverse, right arm back. Then up, try not to turn the chest. Palm turns in at the top. Right arm forward and down smoothly. All right, now we'll switch the alignment of the feet. So left foot is a little bit forward. You can stand with feet about hip width. Keep the headlights on the front of your hips, shining forward. And you try not to turn the torso as you move your arm to make a bigger circle. Your torso will want to turn, okay? So don't compensate, okay? Just focus on moving the left arm. Okay, left arm at your side, palm facing down, or facing in. Reach your left arm forward and up with control. At the top, turn your palm out away from you. Start to carve out a bigger circle, reaching left arm back, not turning the torso. Your arm goes back and down by your side, palm facing out. Keep the palm facing out to reverse. Reaching the arm back, then up. Naturally, your palm turns in at the top, then reach the arm forward and down. Back to where you started. Once more, smoothly reach forward and up. Palm turns away from you at the top. Begin that internal rotation in the shoulder. And the arm goes back and down. Try not to turn the torso. Then keep your palm facing out as you reach back and up. Palm turns in at the top, then forward and down. All right, let's align the feet near each other about hip width. Okay. So we just did a few things that can help you just check in with the movement, the mobility, the controllable range of motion you have in the shoulder joint, which is a pretty complex joint. So you will always want to check in and keep it working well. So standing tall, okay, just think of this as a mountain pose, stand with purpose. Take the arms overhead, take up space, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Now you can bend your knees, of course, on the way. Spend a couple more breaths in this forward fold, okay, especially if it's your first one today. Then take a halfway lift. The knees can bend, reach the chest forward, lengthening the back. Okay, tabletop is next. Hands and knees down. Okay, so stacking the joints, keeping the fingers spread wide. Okay, let's take cow, lifting the tailbone, lower the belly. And cat, rounding your spine. Again, cow. Okay, initiate from the pelvis, tipping forward. Then cat. Just do the opposite. Come to a more neutral spine next. Okay, then bring your elbows to the mat. Elbows under shoulders, forearms parallel to each other. Just do your best to keep them in this position. Okay, let's press the arms actively down and protract shoulder blades apart. You did this earlier. Upper back broadens, okay, low belly tones. Now let's retract the shoulder blades in towards the spine. Okay, mobilizing the shoulder blades again, protract them apart, press through arms actively. With control, retract them in. Shoulder kind of, or the chest kind of sinks. Again, protract the shoulder blades apart. Keep them in this position. This is a very stable position for them. Now step 1 foot back at a time, coming into a forearm plank. Okay, strong posture. Okay, you can always lower the knees to lessen load and it's still strong. Okay, look between wrists or thumbs, pressing down the arms, pushing yourself away from the ground. One more breath. Softly lower knees to the mat, then hips, come into Sphinx. Untuck your toes. Okay, you're in a back bend, still pushing down the arms. Okay, let's hug front ribs in gently. So rather than having loose, disengaged abdominals, we kind of close the core and lessen pressure on the back. Okay, another moment here. Okay, now you're going to lower the chest. You reach the arms forward. Let's have the arms about shoulder width apart, palms facing down. Okay, so your arms are basically in an overhead position. We're going to just try to strengthen our shoulder flexion. Okay, so here, just looking down, okay, can you press your palms down through the floor? You just push the arms down, activating stuff through the underarm, through the chest, the shoulder. Push your palms through the floor. One more breath, using the ground for feedback, for resistance. Okay, now just relax. Can you raise your arms off the ground? See if you can lift them maybe an inch or a few. Okay, lower the hands. Okay, try that again, lifting your arms. Can you bring the shoulders into more flexion? Lower the arms down, palms still face the floor. One more time, lifting arms. Strong upper back. Lower the arms down. Okay, next we'll do the opposite shoulder extension with arms back by your sides, palms face up. Okay, just keep your gaze down. If you need to support your head with something, use a prop. Okay, we're going to lift the arms now towards the ceiling, keeping them straight. Okay, think of pressing palms on the ceiling. Lower the arms smoothly. And again, lifting the arms, maybe higher, turning on the backs of the shoulders, release with control. One more time, lift. Holding here, try to get your palms a millimeter closer to the ceiling. Lower down softly. Take a pause here. Okay, and now we'll stack hands in front of you. Right hand on top of left. Okay, lower the head, your head will stay on your hands. Okay, just listen closely. We're going to raise the left leg, so from the thigh to the toes. And try to make left leg longer than the right. Do your best to keep the front of your hips grounded on the mat. And lower the leg down. Again, lifting your left leg. Using the back of the thigh. Good. Lower the leg down. Okay, now bring attention to your right elbow. Lifting your right elbow off the ground. Okay, notice what you need to engage to do this. Lower the right elbow. Can you initiate from your upper back, the right shoulder blade, and raise your right elbow? Lower it down. Next, keeping your forehead glued to your right hand, not changing the arm position. lift your head with your right arm and chest. Okay. Notice here, if you have to push through left arm to lift, can you lessen weight in left arm, use your back, and release down. One more time, keeping your forehead glued to the right hand, raise your right arm, head and chest, then add your left leg as well. So you are really raising opposite arm and leg off the ground. Then release. A few moments here. And then we'll switch hands, left on top of right. Okay, focus first on your right leg. Okay, lifting from the thigh to the toes. Can you make right leg longer than the left? Just reach back energetically. And smoothly lower the leg down. And again, lifting your right leg. Reach the toes back. Lower the leg down. You notice your left elbow. Can you lift it straight up off the floor? Using stuff around your left shoulder blade. Lower the elbow down. And again, lifting the elbow. Using your upper back. Release down. Your forehead is glued to your left hand. Lift your left arm, head, and chest. Okay, without pushing into the right arm so much or at all. Lower down. Okay, one more time, engaging the back. Raise your head with your left arm and chest. Then right leg as well. One more breath. And release. Okay, pause here. You could soften the belly, the hips. Okay, bend both knees. Take your feet side to side like windshield wipers. Hips swivel, right to left as well. Mindful of the low back. And send your feet back. Slide your hands outside your ribs and go to child's pose. Pressing hips towards heels. Rest the head down. It's okay if hips are elevated. Come to kneeling next. Okay, so you're just lifting your head, sitting on the heels. And now if you need to stand on the knees instead, that's okay. We're gonna do what is sometimes called swimmers. Okay, we're gonna basically be moving the arms through space. So be smart with the shoulders, skip any parts or angles that might create pain. Okay, so sitting tall, okay, let's reach the arms up, make a V overhead, and have the palms facing forward. Okay. Can you have the arms up overhead while keeping front ribs in, knitting them in lightly? Okay, now without moving your head, can the arms move a little farther back? Okay, still not moving the head, bend your elbows, bring hands behind the head, hover them if you can off your head. Okay, I'm feeling this through the upper back, shoulder stuff too. Okay, let's reach the arms up. Then begin to lower the arms slowly, closer to your sides. Turn your palms back. Can you move arms farther back here? More shoulder extension. Rebend your elbows. Backs of the hands to the lower spine. If you can, hover the hands. Okay, seeing if you can really hold this range of motion with strength. Extend the arms back. We'll bring the arms up. Try this again. Palms face forward. Make a V above you. Without moving your head, bend the elbows. Bring hands behind it. Maybe hands hover. Okay, the head wants to jut forward usually. Try to keep it back. Extend the arms up. Slowly lower the arms. Turn your palms back. Move arms farther behind you if you can. Hold them back there. Bend elbows. Hands on the low spine or hovering. Another breath. Arms back. Good. Take them wide like a T. And relax the arms down. And if you need to roll the shoulders, go ahead. All right. So we're still gonna kneel. If this is a lot on your ankles, go to a tabletop position instead. If you're kneeling, hands will be about shoulder width apart in front of you, just ahead of the knees, but it really just depends on the length of your arms and torso. If you're in tabletop, wrists are under shoulders. Now, take right arm out to the right and bring right hand behind your head. And we just did this position pretty much with swimmers. Okay, so our hips are locked in place. Try not to turn the pelvis as you rotate and turn your chest to the right. Think of raising right elbow, taking a twist more from the mid-spine up. Then we're going to take right elbow across to the bend of the left elbow. Again, open to the right, little twist. Then take right elbow across. It doesn't have to be a really deep rotation. Again, just use strength, open to the right. Hips not turning. Then take it across. Level your shoulders to reset. Right hand down. Okay, left arm to the left. Bring the hand behind your head lightly. Okay, so we'll rotate here to the left now. You can think of raising left elbow, strong through your center. Hips do not turn, especially if you're in tabletop. Then we're going to take left elbow across to the pit of the right elbow. And open to the left smoothly, breathing. Take your elbow across. One more time, no rush, opening to the left. And go across. Okay, level shoulders, left hand down. Give yourself a moment here. Okay, let's tuck the toes under. Okay. And then lifting your knees off the mat, we're going to come into a forward fold. So you can raise hips, plant your feet, soft knees here. Okay, halfway lift. Okay, fold. Rise up to standing. And the arms can reach above your head, hands to heart. Okay, lower the arms down. All right, so now that we've really activated lots of stuff around the shoulders, brought a lot of awareness to your own shoulder joints, we'll just play with this little movement snack using the block. I like to call these pizza spirals. You'll see why. Now, we'll start with holding the block in your right hand. Okay, holding the block or book, something that you can balance on your hand. It's just to add a little challenge. Okay, so keeping this block flat, not dropping it. Okay, just hold your pizza a little in front of you, so your right arm is bent about 90 degrees at your side. Okay, and I'll just mirror you. So holding this pizza, this is now a pizza, you're going to kind of serve that pizza to the side. Can you open and rotate your arm out to the side? Okay, then bring your pizza back in towards you. Okay, again, open out to the right, then take the pizza back. Okay, so you're going to serve your pizza again to the right and start to lift the pizza up. Naturally, your hand will rotate in at the top. Good. You're going to bring that pizza down. Okay, and the pizza's down in front of you. Then try to scoop it out and in under your right arm, and you return to where you started. Okay, it could take quite a few tries to understand that spiral here. There's this spiraling action that kind of expands and retracts. So again, you're going to take your pizza out to the right, start to lift the pizza up, let your shoulder move. Okay, your palm still faces up. Okay, can you bring the pizza down in front of you, out, and then under the arm. Okay. You could try reversing this. Okay, bring the pizza towards you, scoop it under your arm, out, up, out again, and towards you. Okay, under your arm, out, up, out again, towards you. Okay, so try that on the right side as much as you'd like. Okay. Hopefully your book isn't too heavy, so if you drop it, it's not loud. So let's try left side. Whenever you're ready, I'll just be guiding. Start with your arm bent about 90 degrees close to you. Okay. So you're holding your pizza flat. Palm is going to face up essentially the whole time. Okay, so you're going to serve your pizza out to your side. This rotation really starts high up here in the shoulder. Then take your pizza back in towards you. And again, out to the side. Bring it back in. Adding more of the spiral, you're going to serve your pizza out. Start to lift the pizza in the air. You let your hand turn in towards center. So you can bring the pizza down, out, under your arm, resetting where you started. Again, serving your pizza to the side, raise it in the air, sweep it down, out, under to reset. Okay, and just feel how the rest of the body, can move and needs to move with your arm. Okay, keep it all integrated. To reverse, you're going to bring your pizza towards you. You're going to spin it in and under your left arm, out, up, out again, then in, under the arm, out, up, out and in. So once you start to understand the natural spiraling motion, the rhythm here of the shoulder joint, this should make more sense and flow more fluidly, more seamlessly. So you can try as much as you want, any direction. Okay, mindful of your shoulder, take up space. Practice that as long as you want. All right, good thing to try whenever you can. Okay, when you're done, you could set your prop aside. And that is our shoulder mobility focus of the day. I hope that this keeps this really complicated, complex joint feeling a little clearer and more mobile. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.